So welcome to the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History's first 5-minute video. Welcome to our second 5-minute video for the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History. Welcome to the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History. Welcome to another 5-minute video. Welcome. Welcome to the Museum of Aquarium and Pet History's 100th 5-minute video. Yes, folks, we made it to 100. I can't believe it. And this one is appropriately titled The Hall of Wonderfully Crazy and Just Plain Weird, Part 2. So this way I can appease both my aquarium, bird, reptile, everyone, squirrel, you name it. Everybody's going to be appeased because we're going to have a little bit of everything in here. Again, this is products that I think are just plain odd and plain strange. And I have Snoop Dogg here to help me out with this one. And I think I'll start it off with some Snoop Dogg items, as a matter of fact. Now, I know that this channel has some toy dealers, so I hope you're watching because a lot of these are super, super collectible. Okay, so Snoop Dogg, this is his little, his radio. It's basically a dog toy. I believe this is sold out. Can't get them anymore. Snoop signed a little card for me. Quite nice. And this is his little gold-plated, not really, dog dish. There's a few still available. These are actually really cool. It's got like a chain around it. It says Snoop Dogg on it. That's very neat. So I really like Snoop Dogg. And that's some just crazy items that he just came out with. Okay, so we're going to talk about catnip again, a subject that's near and dear to my heart. The Egyptians who love cats probably were the first ones to figure out that cats really like this. Basically, it's a mint leaf. And it really, the active ingredient wasn't discovered until about 1944? I think it was 1944. 1941. But here you've got Meowijuana company, and this is Jamb and Jamb, and it's a chameleon. It's a little stuffed animal chameleon that you stuff it with this catnip, and your little cat can have just a party with this little chameleon with his tongue sticking out. I thought that was really cool. So all you chameleon advocates, you definitely need one of those. Catnip tea. They actually have tea that is regular tea with catnip leaves in it because it's supposed to take away from stress and things like that. But this one was made for cats. It says it's not recommended for alley cat use. But you can have your cat's birthday and you can make a cup of tea for yourself. Brew yourself some tea, not for cats only, catnip tea. You have a tea party with your cat, invite over some neighbors' cats and their owners to join the festivities. So yes, you can have a party with this catnip tea. And the next one, catnip bubbles. Yes, everybody needs catnip bubbles. So there's catnip in here and you could really drive your cat crazy with this one. All this stuff is actually really collectible. And some of it's already off the market. So if you're gonna get, start a little collection of crazy, you definitely want to start with some of these. This is El Gato. This is a Muy Loco catnip cigar, premium, world's best catnip. And it's, what's it called? Echo Grow Rathabee, made in USA. No fillers. Catnip cigar. I like that one. And if catnip's not enough, you have catnip wine. And this is really cool. Little jars of catnip wine. And you have Pinot Meow instead of Pinot Noir. And then you have Catbernet instead of Cabernet Sauvignon, I guess. And so you've got a red and you've got a lighter red. So that's very cool. And if that's not enough, you have a book, Cats on Catnip, which shows you everything that happens to cats when they get on catnip. Shows them all just rolling, licking, you name it. It's actually very, very cool. Catnips everywhere, all over the house. This one's having a bad rap here. This one's gotten into trouble. So this one's eating the catnip. It's not supposed to do that. So, ooh, this one's eating it too. So very cool. Cats on catnip. All right, enough about cats. Let's go to dogs. Dog beer. Now, I think I showed you in the last video some dog beer, and they just won't stop. They keep making it. Dogs don't drink beer. Well, this isn't really beer. And what is it? It's got molasses, it's got yeast, it's got whey protein. Oh, this one here is water, celery, carrot, beef fat, rosemary, thyme. So anyways, it's kind of a concoction of all different kinds of stuff so you can enjoy a beer with your friendly little neighborhood dog. So that's that. None of these have survived. I bought a point of purchase display about 10 years ago from the company that really was the first one to do dog beer, and they're gone. So I've never seen a dog beer company survive. And here's Best Buds Brew Craft dog beer with a bulldog with sunglasses on it. So here's another one. Grass-fed, no GMO, gluten-free, grain-free, and 0% alcohol. Oh, this has beef bone in it though. So this is what I kind of thought that these would have, but they don't. But this has got beef bone liquid in it. And that's quite interesting at Gardena, California. All right. Couple other things. Here's another toy. Here's a toy company that makes all kinds of like humanistic toys. This is a morning Shih Tzu coffee. And yes, that's how you say it, Shih Tzu. And this is the morning coffee for you that you can have your dog squeak and have a lot of parties with. And again, really collectible. All right, and so some of you remember, if there's any young girls out there wearing the Juicy, is it Juicy Couture? Is that how it is? Juicy Couture. So this is Juicy Crittoure, and this is the same company, but they decided to get into the pet market. And this is the high end, because they have everything. They have shampoo, you name it. This is a dog perfume. So there's 4 little bottles of perfume in here with a sprayer. This is like 80 bucks, and believe me, this is going to be very collectible. It's got a little dog, pull his head off, and there's the spray bottle. So when you run out, you just refill it with one of these bottles here. But you can take your little incredible Yorkshire Terrier, or your little West Highland White, or your, some little poofy dog that you have, Bichon Frise, and you could spray it with this incredible little dog with a little J for Juicy Couture. I thought this was really amazing because it took them a lot of money to make that. That was a very expensive item to produce. I don't know how long it'll be on the market, but I got this off of eBay and I thought it was very, very interesting. And they have a full line of stuff. All right, if we go into fish, this is kind of this is the Gassy diver. So, they like to make a lot of crude fish stuff. And this one, you hook it up to air and bubbles come out of his rear end. So that's quite fun. Some of you have seen the Monica piece, which is that means little boy peen, or I think it means Mark Peen actually, and that's in Belgium, the statue, the famous statue. And they actually have those same little statues for aquariums where the bubbles come out of his you-know-what. This one, the bubbles come out of his rear end, and that is, and I don't know what company is making this. Oh, but this was sold at Walmart. Believe it or not, Walmart, of all places, was selling that. Okay, then 2 more dog toys, or not dog toys, aquarium ornaments, what am I saying? So Mattel used to own Metaframe, they used to own quite a few other companies, and one day the bean counter sat down, looked at all the numbers and said, guys, we make 80% of our money or more on Barbie and Hot Wheels. So why do we have these other companies that cause us 90% of our headaches? So they got rid of all the other companies, and all they do now at Mattel is Barbie and Hot Wheels. So I couldn't believe it when Barbie went to aquarium ornaments. Really? Barbie aquarium ornaments. So that's something that's going to be short-lived. So if you see these at a fish store, grab them, because they're going to be gone, and these will be $100 in a year or 2 years. They'll be $100 each on the collectible toy market. Trust me, I know that one. Hot Wheels, same kind of deal. These are still available at some of the stores that I've seen, both singly and in little sets. It's amazing that they did Hot Wheels in resin as aquarium ornaments. But you know what? Why not? Why not? Because people love their Hot Wheels, they love their Barbies. So that's another thing that's going to be very, very collectible. A couple other little fun things. A bucket hat for your pet guinea pig. I just thought that was adorable. I couldn't believe it. A little bucket hat to stick on your guinea pig. I need a guinea pig to show you how that fits. That would be fun. And then two other kind of strange little things. Bonkers with a crazy cat. I thought this had like catnip in it, but it doesn't. But somehow it makes your cat bonkers because the cat's going crazy on the front. So I thought that was interesting. And then fruity Toot Loops crunchy dog treats. So what does that mean? I guess it's a take on Fruit Loops, you know, the cereal we grew up with and loved. But do they toot when they eat this? Well, actually, if you've got a beagle, he probably does. So, or a basset hound, one of the two. All right, now just a couple last minute things here. I want to show you some books that really have me puzzled. Amazon Dolphin as pet. What is with these people that are doing these very large type books on eclectic endangered species and saying that, you know, you could keep them as a pet. And then in the book at the end it says, oh, by the way, it's an endangered species. You can't keep it as a pet. But stupid. Bull shark, the guide on how to take care of a bull shark as a pet. Really? You know, not even Monterey Bay Aquarium has a bull shark. Some aquariums do, but unless you've got a public aquarium, so unless you are the guy from Home Depot who did the Georgia aquarium, I doubt you've got bull sharks. And this again is more into the natural history of them, not really how to keep them as a pet. So they're lying. They're lying on the cover. And then how to talk to your cat about gun safety. Very important book. I thought this was really quite fun. This is the only book that's actually a book that actually has the regular size type and is really hilarious. This is a fun read. Check it out. The last thing, you know, if you go into your reptile store and you've got a pet python or anaconda or something, boa constrictor, something like that, and you need to get frozen mice or frozen rats, you now have a freezer bag to put them in. So this is Dean's Frozen Rodents, made in the USA. So Dean's obviously sells frozen rodents somewhere. I don't think he's in California. I think he's in the Midwest. I'm not sure. But you can get a freezer bag to put your frozen rodents in to take them home to feed your pet snakes. All right. So I think I covered every element here. And again, I'm so happy you guys came. And I'm really excited. It's the 100th video. Thank you, Snoop, for joining us today. So I will see you again, folks, next week.